What's up, you guys? Landon Collins here. I just want to say best of luck to you guys in the season in the hunt for the Great White Buffalo, man. Salute. Do y'all thing.
Hey, what's up, Dynasty League Fantasy? This Shaq Barrett checking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I just want to tell everybody good luck in the quest for the Great White Buffalo. Sounds like it's magical. I would want to have the Great White Buffalo. So good luck to everybody, and hey, finish strong.
It's been a long time, but I'm back with the coverage that you need on this hunt for the Great White Buffalo. So, it's been quite a while since we've had a broadcast, and a lot of things have changed in this league. Something that hasn't changed is Slap and Pickle sitting at the top of the charts. So, Mike and his team may have tested positive for COVID-19 this week, but they have not slowed down on their gameplay. A tough little bump in the road, a fumble causing all the difference, dropping a game last week, but at 10-2, they are in the driver's seat to get back to the Great White Buffalo. Behind them is Hitman. The Hitmen have always been a team that wants to give people second chances, and nothing was more apparent this week than that, as Antonio Brown is signed by the Hitmen. But also, you know, when opportunities are given, opportunities are also taken away. So Josh Gordon has been dropped by the Hitmen. You gotta wonder if someone else is gonna give him a chance this week. They are currently sitting at 7-5. They're right there in a log jam for the number 2 spot. It's a dead heat for the playoffs right now, and any type of roster moves that could give them an advantage going in to the back half of the season, it's got to be made, and you got to think that that's what they're doing with the Antonio Brown signing. Next up is Mi Casa Su Casa. I'll be honest, I didn't really prepare that much for this week. This is just kind of on a whim. You can tell by the props in the background. We're doing, this is the budget, all right? This is a budget production, and we're just doing as best as we can. Mi Casa Su Casa is sitting at 7-5, along with Publix Crab Special. PY can't handle me. Some bad trades last season, picking up AJ Green, picking up Devontae Freeman, selling away some of their future. There's some reports that Zach Ertz is on the block. They're trying to deal, maybe get some assets for the future here. You don't really know what the team's trying to do. Are they trying to make the playoffs? Are they trying to sell? Who knows? The Finger Blasting Fabianos. Their first season in the league, and I gotta say, their name is one of my favorites. And for that reason, I'm rooting for them to make the playoffs. They're sitting at 6-6. They got some definitely foundation, some really good building blocks to keep moving forward. And if there was a team that I would like to see hoist the Buffalo this year, it's the Finger Blasters. Next up is Pocket Rocket. Still in the midst of a rebuild. Some weeks it looks like they got it together. Some weeks it looks like they're going in reverse. The age of their team is still not where it needs to be, but you know what? They're making strides. They're sitting at 5-7. They're one good week from being right back in the playoff hunt. Then you got turned down for what? Struggling mightily early on in the league. They had a couple first-round picks, number 1 picks that hit, and Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley. Unfortunately, those guys got hit this year by defenders, and they have missed games. And turned down for what's record is indicator that sometimes when you lose your superstars, you lose the heart and soul of your team. Next up is About That Action. I always have a soft spot for this team, but I'll be honest with you, this team has been dog shit this year. And they got a lot of youth and not a lot of talent on the side of the ball, you know? You gotta be consistent. You can't score 150 and then score 80 and expect to compete. Somehow, some way, based on the parity in this league during this COVID-19 season, they are still there. They are 3 games outside of the playoff hunt, 1 good week, and they're right back in the conversation. And then there's always Late to Cromartie. The team has had some struggles throughout the course of the league. They have unfortunately been on the bottom of the table for most of that, and they're hoping to try to turn it around. Sitting at 2-10, it looks like they're looking for another early draft pick. Hopefully they have it. Hopefully they didn't trade to Michael. Michael probably got it for, I don't know. Daniel Jones? Who the hell knows? But hopefully Neil sells that pick. Now we're going to get into this week's action. We got About That Action taking on Turn Down For What. This is a nice bottom feeder matchup. You can see that Darius Slayton and Graham Gano royally fucked About That Action this week. It's probably going to be another L for About That Action. It's going to be another nice twofer, 0-2. Turn Down For What is probably going to get a nice 1-1. If I had to guess, I would say they probably go 1-1 this week. That victory is pretty much locked in based on Darius Slayton just playing like ass and Graham Gano getting 3 points. Next up is a pretty intriguing matchup with Slap That Pickle and Hitman. If Slap That Pickle can win this, I think that they pretty much lock up their spot, in my opinion. They can get this win. The Hitmen had a nice little defensive performance, though, from the Eagles. So they're nice little 14.5. Definitely good for your defense. The Hitmen lose this game, they could be right on the outside of the playoff hunt. So they definitely need to get at least a win here in the 1-on-1 matchup. If not, if they can squeak out a top 5 score, that would also be beneficial. Next up is Pocket Rocket versus Mikasa Sukasa. No one's played yet. I didn't look at the rosters. I'm unprepared. But if I had to guess here, I'm going to go with Mikasa Sukasa. Pocket Rocket's been very up and down. Not as up and down as About That Action, but they've definitely had a rough go of it so far this season. And who knows, their quarterback's probably 45, so they might not even play this week. Next up is Always Late to Cromartie. They're taking on PY Can't Handle Me. I gotta say that PY Can't Handle Me, even with the trade rumors of Zach Ertz, some of the discontent in the locker room, a lot of people questioning some of the GM's trade moves last year. I gotta say they probably take home this W against Always Late to Cromartie. Although I will say that GM Neil has been able to pull off some strange victories in the past. Could this be one of his miracle jobs? We will see. And last game on the docket is the Finger Blasting Fabianos, one of my personal favorites, taking on Public Scrap Special. Unfortunately, the Finger Blasters only had a single point from their kicker this week. It's going to be hard to come back from a pretty poor performance like that, but at least their kicker didn't get negative points. Fuck you, Steven Gostkowski. So, going into this one, I gotta like Public Scrap Special to probably pick up a win. Unfortunately, the Fabianos probably take the L here. It all comes down to top 5 scoring. Who gets hot, who does not. But that's pretty much all I got from my little headquarters here, sitting here at the War Station. You know what? I appreciate you guys for joining me, and hopefully I can do more of these in the future. Good luck on everybody's games this week in the hunt for the Buffalo, and until next time, guys, I've been Dirk McHunt. I'll see you on the next one.